Hi everybody, welcome back to Generation X Nation. I'm going to do a quick review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. This review will be a little longer than what I normally do because I had to go back and watch the last two episodes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch it last week, so I watched last week's and I watched this week's episode. So my commentary is going to be based on the last two episodes of the show. Based on what I watched, before I get started, let me say this, my disclaimer. Everything I said on this station, on this channel, is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Please keep that in mind. I don't know these people, as I always say. I don't know these people, never met any of these people. I do my commentary based off of what you give me on the screen. I don't try to get too deep into anything outside of that, what they're thinking. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, but I can tell you based on what I see on the screens, yeah, some people on that show probably do need a little bit of therapy, but I digress. Okay, let's get started. The episode from last week, I'm going to go over real quick, just some notes I picked up on, and then we'll get into the actual commentary. Martell continued his rampage. I don't know why, but he continued to go in on Marceau and Tisha. He was talking about Tisha doing things, back in the day when she used to mess with his boy, claimed he actually saw her in action doing certain things, threatened to show some text messages. And then he told Marceau, I don't know why you upset. Me and you used to, F the same bitchs together and used to go after me sometime. I thought that was real disrespectful of Martell to say that. It just didn't make any sense. And of course, Marceau, responded back. He talked about the side chick, called her a shareable side chick. And for some reason, that really pissed Martell off. He turned around like the Tasmanian devil when he said that, and you could see it in his eyes. He really was pissed off. As I said in my previous videos, whether Martell wants to admit it or not, Martell loves Ariane. He just won't admit it. And for some reason, she sticks around and accepts that. He probably tells her that in the dark, but he never says it in the light. But we all know what comes out in the dark, what goes on in the dark does come to light. Not Maurice. Marceau accused Martell of trying to say that Melanie performed an act on him, or he was questioning him about, hey, did Melanie try to do this to you and do that to you? It was just really disgusting. After that, I did notice Kimmy did try to step in and tell Martell to apologize. He crossed the line. Maurice immediately shut her down. I guess Maurice said, look at here. I don't want nothing I'm doing getting out. I already got to deal with this DWI. Just shut it down right now. Don't say nothing. We got our own crap going on over here, and we don't need to be added into this mix. That's what I seen. Martell went on to say, that he didn't F Tisha when he saw his boys doing Tisha. You were the bottom of the barrel. You was ugly and all this other stuff. And, disrespecting Marceau in such a way that I just found it to be very, very, very nasty. And I didn't understand why Martell felt he needed to go that low. But at the end of the day, it's Martell. What do we expect? So after all of that, and they kept going back and forth and back and forth, Destiny gets mad. Now, she's the one that planted all this crap out there. She had the audacity to get mad and walk off. I'm tired of this. I'm gone. I don't want to do this no more. But you started it, Destiny. Once again, Destiny out here trying to create storylines so she can save herself on the show. Martell over here going ham, trying to create storylines so he can save himself on the show. The rest of the people just sitting there looking at them. That, to me, was a very disrespectful scene. But at the end of the day, they all supposed to be, I guess, friends and whatnot. Now, after this aired, apparently last week, Tisha went on, I want to say, Carlos King's podcast or YouTube channel, or whatever he does on that Monday night thing that he do after he recaps the show. And I guess Carlos and Dustin, whoever else was on there, I can't remember, could not hold her back. Tisha apparently went in. She called Martell gay. She said he was gay. She said he accused him of sleeping with men again. Everything I'm saying is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. However, this was said on the show, so it's not like I'm making this up. During the interview process. So she called him gay. She said, accused him of sleeping with certain people. Names were called on the show during that episode, but I guess they had bleeped it out. She was very upset, and she said, accusing Martell of actually having a tape of Melanie and having a tape of the side chick, Ariana, and showing it to everybody. So that just made me think, well, if all of y'all knew all this time that the tape actually existed, why were y'all treating Mel so bad when she was accusing? Why were y'all laughing when he was like, oh, harassing communication, key, when you know what it was about from the beginning? And then that makes me think back to Stormy. Because I remember Stormy sitting there at that table on the girls' trip, grilling Mel, talking about the millimeters, and said, I got arrested for harassing communication. I remember Stormy sitting in her living room, talking to her husband about harassing communication, comparing it to what Martell had got arrested for, knowing damn well all y'all asses that looked at the video. Excuse me again, I tell y'all I'm a cussing Christian, and I am. All y'all had looked at that damn video years ago, years prior, because apparently there was an email or not an email, an Instagram post from Marceau, and that was in writing on Instagram. I actually seen the post, but I'm not going to post it up. I didn't screenshot it or nothing, where he said he had heard about that from a female a year prior. And he said he told her not to do anything with it. So her, in my opinion, when I start putting the puzzles together, we all know it was probably the hairdresser that they brought to the tea party, who nobody knew who it was. But if Tisha brought her to the tea party at that time, knowing that that tape was out because that girl had came to her and told her about the tape, you brought her to that tea party to try to get her to spill some tea on that tape. So you knew then. But you let her endure the disrespect. You let Mel get, dogged out by Stormy's mother at the reunion, getting dogged out by Destiny, threatening her. And y'all knew how long this existed. Just my opinion. Okay? But if I'm adding things up, that's kind of how I see it. You guys knew all along and y'all just played that lady. That was wrong. Moving on. Chris and Marceau, Chris Fletcher and Marceau were standing there talking at the area where Marceau is building this spec house. And I like that. They were just trying to, hash out what happened, talking about their business, because this show is supposed to be based on Black excellence, as they say. They were talking about their business, Chris building, going to his new office space, building a new office there. And Marceau is building his spec home. And then, of course, they brought up the whole thing with Marceau. Marceau said he is done with Martell. I 100% believe him. Yeah, I 100% believe him. I don't think nothing Chris Fletcher could have said to him at that time that would have changed his mind. Meanwhile, Destiny and Martell sitting there at, some lunch, brunch, bar, eating. And it's weird to me because I never see Martell in Destiny, and I said this in previous videos. I never see Martell and Destiny at no office building, not even a home damn office, not even garage office. The closest I seen them two come to some damn offices, them two clowns, is when Destiny tried to act like her storage unit was her freaking office. And they were sitting there talking. I haven't seen them doing any businesses. Martell was in his little house he built every now and then, but I haven't seen anything past that. But the other people are starting to level up and showing you more of the things that they're doing out in the community. Destiny and Martell, they always either at somebody else's house, at somebody else's event, or sitting in some place eating. I don't see them working. Okay? The only thing they work on is getting some storylines off the other castmates so they can keep jobs. That's what I get out of that. Martell said he's never apologizing. And, Destiny was like, well, you at least should apologize to Tisha because she was catching strays and she didn't deserve that. And Martell said, hell no. And Destiny, it was odd to me that you was worried about Tisha's catching strays, but I've never heard you ask Martell to apologize for Melanie back in the day when she was catching strays from every damn body. But you was okay with that because it was male. But you want Tisha to get an apology. I don't know. You and Martell, y'all just don't have no real strong storylines to me. Martell to me is a very dangerous person. He did say he's not going to be the bigger person. He said he's going to go lower and he's never apologizing. I found that really, really, yeah, I found that really odd. I said, Martell said, I'm not going to be the bigger person. He don't give a damn. I'm telling you, a man like Martell is dangerous. He has nothing to freaking lose. He's dangerous, but he's still on that show. That's weird to me. But again, I'm Generation Next. I come from a different time frame in America. I don't know. We don't we see stuff. We try to stop it and meet it head on. I guess they just gonna let this get to a point where it's gonna get so bad somebody's gonna have to step in. But to me, y'all need to hit Martell head on, and Destiny needs to be they need to check on her too, because I don't think Destiny all the way together. So moving right along, and as it started to end, I know Kim and Tisha is always avoiding their usual questions that they always do when Mel asks some questions. Trish and Mel in that restaurant sitting at that table, and that's kind of how it ends. And let me tell you something, Melanie Cherie Rogers rolled up in that joker like she was Olivia Pope, okay? From Scandal. Melanie said, Melanie was CSI Melanie. I don't know. Crime Scene Investigations Melanie Cherie Rogers Incorporated or something. Because Melanie was not letting up off the gas on Trish ass, okay? And Trish sitting there is just so freaking dumbfounded, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to Trisha, but I'm just telling you how you looked on that screen. You looked so dumbfounded when Melanie started questioning you. How you don't know where the hell you been? It wasn't that long ago. You would have remembered the house. You would have remembered what the garden looked like. You would have remembered the driveway. Melanie knew you was lying. The only person you was fooling was yourself. But at the end of the day, Olivia Pope, CSI Melanie, she was going to get to the bottom of that. And when she finished, her investigation, she was like on the first 48. She had you in interrogation in the hot seat. And she knew when the conversation was over, she knew you was lying, but she went on and gave you a chance anyway. Okay? That's how that ended, And as I said, what's the name went on, Carlos King, and just exposed everybody. And of course, right after that, they tried to do, we're going to clean this up. And everybody went back on, tried to recant their stories. And that really didn't happen that way. She didn't mean it that way. No. Y'all messed around and got so angry and told on yourself. You didn't keep your composure. You told on yourself. But what I do want people to understand is this whole time, the whole freaking time, Melanie was trying to tell you guys what this man was doing. Y'all, for almost 3 years, played in her face, laughed in her face, victimized her. Y'all, apparently, in my opinion, all y'all seen the tape. And you can say you didn't, but I know the Core 6 did. Now, maybe Nell Fletcher and them didn't look at it. Ken and Trisha just came on the scene. But ain't nobody going to make me believe, at the minimum, the Core 6 and probably Stormy seen it too. And that is very disrespectful, because you guys was right up in her damn face, knowing all along this tape existed. She wasn't lying. She was telling the truth the whole time. But y'all wanted us to believe that that it was just Mel. Martell had y'all thinking, oh, it was Mel. Everybody on the show, Mel this, Mel that, Mel this. Now, Mel, she weathered the storm. She chilling now. Now she giving y'all that same smoke y'all was giving her, and y'all don't like it. Y'all don't like her questioning y'all. Y'all don't like her up in y'all damn business. But it was okay for y'all to be all up in her and Martell's business. But now you got an epiphany. I didn't know Martell was like this. Oh my God. When y'all sat down when Marceau and Tisha sat down with Mel on the latest episode in that diner, and she's reading you the text message he sent, it's like you had an epiphany. Oh, It was Martell the whole time. Y'all, you can't be that dumb. Y'all had to know that shit. And Tisha and Marceau, I like you two guys. I said in every video, I like Tisha and Marceau. And I felt like if Melody had to leave, Tisha would be the next one up. But Tisha, you are slowly disappointing me. But I know you got some Wanda in you. Because when you was on that Carlos King show, a podcast on that Monday night recap, Wanda came out. That was not Tisha. You went the freak off because they got under your skin. So I know you got it in you to carry it if you need to. You just gotta, do what you need to do. Okay? You just gotta go ahead and be you and stop trying to figure out if you want to be a stay-at-home mom or a businesswoman. Do I want to follow my husband? I mean, y'all are blind. You and Kimmy are blind loyalty. Y'all are old school and ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all gonna do whatever your husband say. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to follow the lead. The husband is the head of the household, but he's supposed to lead you in the right direction too. If he's leading you in the wrong direction, you might have to step back and look and figure out what the frick is going on. Now, y'all done got all these people out here in these YouTube streets riled up. Ariane even riled up. I seen some videos saying, oh, Ariane's cousin about to come out and say she slept with Marceau. Y'all gonna have to handle it. Because you know what? Mel can't do it for you no more. She out the picture. She endured her torment. She good. She watching y'all go through it now. And at the end of the day, y'all still on there talking about, Mel just want to see everybody else cheating. And Mel just, no. She's telling y'all the truth. Y'all just refuse to believe it. And it's okay. If your husband was cheating on you and y'all were able to keep this on the down low secret, nobody found out about it, unlike Martell, that's fine. She's not trying to destroy your marriage. But what she is saying is, hey, I wasn't the only one down here getting freaking cheated on. Y'all just happened to get away with y'all's. My husband was just too stupid. Okay? But it just bothers me that y'all just had an epiphany. You just now figured this shit out. All this time they've been over there messing with Mel. Ariane calling her names. Wanda calling her names. Miss Betty calling her names. All these I hate Mel things. And y'all just now figuring it out. So now that you got this epiphany, maybe it should dawn on you like, damn, we didn't support her like we should have. So that is why these Mellometers really came out. Mellometers don't hate y'all. We had to support a person on your show that you see every day in your city because y'all wouldn't. That's why the Mellometers was there. And it ended up becoming a successful gig for Melody. Y'all should follow the lead. I'll finish up on the last episode. I mean, I kind of mixed them in together. But the last two things I'll talk about real quick is that dang old Ken, Trisha, and Martell at that damn party. Ooh, Lord, when I tell you, Marquez, I like you, Marquez. But you gonna have, I don't know if it's just a maturity thing with you, or you kind of give me Martell vibes where you really don't see what you did. And again, I think Ken was very disrespectful. I think Ken was out of line in a lot of things that he did, at least what I seen on the screen, because I don't know you guys. And with how they edited and how they showed it to me, this is what I do my commentary off of. I don't go do anything else. I go off of what you say, and then I talk about it. Trish, I think she was a little disrespectful in how the whole thing went down, according to you guys, allegedly, and not, putting Ken in his rightful place when it comes to your children. But even with all that being said, Marquez, you gotta stop coming in there acting like a freaking 12-year-old kid, whining about some man taking your family from you when you gave him your family. That's what the fuck happened. You walked away and you gave that man an opportunity to step in. And you even admit on the show that you wasn't there, that he did a lot of things you couldn't do, bought a house and things you couldn't afford. You wasn't there financially, whatever. So don't get upset. The only thing you need to do is make sure when you're dealing with Trisha and your children and Ken, that he acknowledges you as the father. Because it seems like he's trying to cut you out their life or out the picture. And that's never going to happen simply because you are their father. You know that. Trisha knows that. And Ken know that. So don't feel like a little insecure because you can't provide all the financial means for your children. I mean, every father don't have all the money in the world to give the kids everything they need. But time, there's no price tag on time. Go by and pick your children up, take them down the street to the store or the ice cream shop or the park, play basketball with them, baseball, football, take your girls ice skating, a dance class, a cheer. Do things like that to make up for where you lack with the financial part. Time is sometimes more important than the money, believe it or not, especially when it comes to children, because they don't really care about the money. They just want to see their parents. So you, at that point, that's probably where you're lacking, and you need to pick up on that. Okay, and that's where Ken has you at. Even though he's in the house with them, that don't mean that he gets to spend all the time with them. You spend some time with them. You come get them kids anytime you want. They're old enough to let their mama know when they want to go with their daddy. They old enough to let them know that. Okay. The other thing we'll talk about was I don't know, Destiny and Martell. I don't really know what y'all storyline is going to be. I mean, at the end of the day, Sonny's not here, Destiny, so you don't have her to talk about. So now you jumping on another bandwagon. I'm confused what the bandwagon is, but you trying to do your best to make yourself relevant. I can understand that. Martell, I will give you props on one thing. I think in your own weird kind of way, you tried to take up for Melanie when you was talking to I think Chris Fletcher, when he came and asked you about the incident, and you was saying that Melanie didn't deserve that, so you're kind of blaming Tisha for the failure of your marriage. And I think that's where the anger comes at with Marceau and Tisha. And that's why you don't give a damn about what you say about Tisha. And that's why you don't want to freaking apologize to Tisha. Because the way you explained to Fletcher is Tisha was the one who destroyed your marriage. Because she kept telling Melanie shit and filling her head up with shit. At least in Martell's world, that's what he says. I guess he forgot about the whole cheating and having a baby on the side. But it's all Tisha's fault. Now, granted, women get upset. They have things going on in their relationship. They may go to a person they consider a friend or a close confidant and talk to them. And that person may give them some good advice or may not. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I don't think Tisha was a defining factor of Melanie leaving your ass. I think it was that little baby that girl liked to get on social media and say, "Come here, Hope." Miles Morales, or whatever the hell his name is. No disrespect to the kid, but I'm just saying that's what she calls him. That's probably was the final straw in your marriage. Had nothing to do with Tisha. Now, was she probably thinking about it? Yeah. Was she nervous about it? Probably so. Was she trying to make it work? She probably was. Was she afraid to walk away with a bunch of, 3 or 4 kids? Probably so. But when you brought that baby in there, that gave her more strength and power than ever to walk away. So you kind of like Marquez. Both of y'all not really seeing your contributions to the demise of your marriages. And that's why I have a problem with you two knuckleheads. Y'all need to fix that shit. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video. I know I meshed a lot of it up together, but that's kind of what it was in all boiled up into one. Carlos King, I know somebody along the way had to whisper in your ear or something. You may never looked at the film, but somebody had to say, "Hey, there's a tape going around. I think the other cast members have it." I just refuse to believe that didn't happen. And if it didn't, I apologize. But I just know somewhere along the line, you knew more about that tape than you would like to lead us on to believe. Marquez and Martell, I'm going to leave y'all with this. And I know I did a whole video of Martell and I think Ariane telling both of them that they probably need to go to a church house, repent, get on your knees, pray, get some spiritual guidance. And then after they get that taken care of and get it right with God, they probably need to go see a therapist. And after they get that right, they may need to go ahead and live their lives together, because nobody can tell me anything different. No matter how many times Martell disowns her in public, which he constantly does, she don't give a shit. Martell can go on TV and call Ariane 304, a bitch, all of that. And she will be right there waiting. Something is seriously wrong with that girl. Or she just like being disrespected, or she just loves Martell. You know, the old folks say, love is blind. Whatever. Maybe she in one of those things. I don't know. Maybe she in that state of mind. But for some reason, she cannot see any wrong in what that man do. She may get upset with him, but that health ain't gonna never. He will have to leave her. She ain't going nowhere. And even if he leave her, whoever he end up with, she gonna bug that person to death and bug him to death. She is never letting him out of her life, ever. That girl is mystified by Martell. Also, one thing I remember her saying, and I guess it just came to my head when she used to sit on social media and talk about all the stuff her and Martell would do behind closed doors, and she mentioned things about Martell liking to eat where we dispose of our waste. Um, uh, and she would do the same to him, I assume. Back in the day, we called that tossing the salad for, I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible, but we called it tossing the salad. Tossing the salad was a term that came out of the prisons. And that's what the guys in there used to do to the other inmates who they were having relations with, who were of the alternate lifestyle type person. So that's what those boys would do. They call it tossing the salad. If some of you younger people, you go back and look at Chris Rock's. He had a comedy special. I think it was. He had the black leather suit on. Can't remember the name of it, but it was one we had the black leather suit, and he talked about tossing the salad and where it came from. So as I say that to say this, she said he enjoyed doing it, and then Tisha said that he is supposedly living an alternate lifestyle. So it kind of makes sense if he enjoyed doing it. I mean, most men don't even like to get prostate exams. So Martell enjoys doing that to her and also receiving it. Could be some truth to it. Again, allegedly, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. This is what was said by her. This is what was said on the show. So I'm not making this up. I'm just repeating back what I heard. So I thought that was a little funny. It just came to my head when Tisha made those rumors about him allegedly having an alternative lifestyle. With that being said, Marquez and Martell, I'm gonna need Iyanla Vanzant to come out of retirement, and she need to fix y'all damn lives, because both of y'all, matter of fact, Marquez, Martell, and Destiny. I don't know that therapist Destiny got over there, but Iyanla Vanzant, if you hear me out there in the YouTube world, you need to watch this show, and you need to come in and at the minimum talk to Martell Hope, Destiny, and Marquez, because those three people are probably as delusional as they come. And somebody need to fix their damn lives, because this show ain't doing it. It's not making it any better. It's probably making it, maybe they're friends now. I mean, this stuff is filmed months and months ahead of time, but somebody need to come and fix their lives. And I don't know how it's going to get fixed, but this show, like I say, it's the gift that keeps on giving. But if Iyanla, you out there, if somebody ever need their lives fixed, these people on this show do. And it may be a good thing for you to come out of retirement and start working on that, because I know you used to do celebrities back in the day. And with that being said, this is my craziest commentary I've ever done, but God, that show was just too much for me. I hope y'all really enjoyed this commentary. Like and subscribe my channel, please. This is Generation X Nation. Again, I'm just a small YouTube channel person who just like doing commentary on shows. I'm not asking for any money. I'm not selling any products, and that no shade to anybody who does that. I just like recording the shows and uploading them. I'm recording my commentary and uploading them. So if you hear it, like and share and subscribe. And with that being said, Gen X Nation is out. You guys have a great rest of your day.